Boys and Girls Club Week of 2022, and that is the week of June 25th through the July 1st of 2022. Parks and Rec Month is July of 2022. And we had a proclamation honoring Dayron Sharp basketball clinic out at South Central High School the other weekend. Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem.
Thank you, sir. Okay, we'll move to our presentations. We have the bicyclist and pedestrian safety skills, educational traffic garden that was out at the Hillcrest Park. Ms. Watson, are you speaking on that tonight? Okay, come on up.
All right, good evening. Thank you so much, Council and Mayor Pro Tem. I'm so thankful that we're able to be here tonight, and citizens and department heads. Again, it's just a great opportunity to be here. I'm Ellen Walston, and I'm an injury prevention program coordinator at ECU Health Medical Center. That's a mouthful, formerly Vidant. And I have two friends with me tonight, and I'll let them introduce themselves. And we are very excited about an opportunity that we are bringing to the town. I'm certainly disappointed that Mayor Hines could not be with us tonight, as he and I had, I'll just tell a quick story. We were at an event at Hillcrest Park, and we're actually scoping out the park for the potential for this traffic garden, which would be one of the first in the state. It's a gift from NC Bike Walk, and I'll let their program manager tell you much more about it. And this gentleman approached me, and someone was just like right on my shoulder the whole time I was interacting with the family. And I'm like, who is this with me? And it was Mayor Hines. And all of a sudden, it was just a perfectly ordained moment. We talked, and I explained to him what a permanent traffic garden was. He said, we want this in Winterville. And I said, well, there's some other places in the county that might have opportunities. We want this in Winterville. So he was super excited, certainly endorsed what I was sharing with him. And here we are tonight. So again, we just thank you for the partnership that we've had with this council and town for many years. Chief Moore's here tonight, Chief Wilhite. I have wonderful relationships with them through our permanent check-in station. And we just again appreciate the opportunity to share this exciting project with you.
Good evening, Council. I'm Stephen Hardy-Braz, the Vice President of Bike Walk NC. We're a statewide nonprofit advocacy organization for safer walking and cycling throughout the entire state. This fall, we'll be hosting our statewide Bike Walk Summit here in the Pitt County area over at the Hart Center. And we want to make sure that we leave our community always, when we host a summit, better than we found it. So we come actually bearing a gift. We applied for a grant from AARP, and we have achieved it. And we'd like to leave it with the town of Winterville. We're going into some of the details. So pending your approval, we'd like to take some of that money, enhance one of your parks, and leave it better for your children, your grandchildren, and people in town here at no cost to you to improve life. I know you already have a good slice of life here. We want to make your slice a little bit bigger and a little bit better for everyone to enjoy and be safer. I'll let Trish, our program manager, tell you more about it.
Hi, everyone. Mr. Harvey very astutely advised that we keep our comments to under 10 minutes. So we're going to do that and do that to the best of our ability. My name is Trish Farnham, and I am the program manager at Bike Walk NC, the organization that Stephen is on the board for. And we're very, very happy to be hopeful and potential collaborators with the town of Winterville. As Ellen noted, we have been working to really support leaving, as Ellen says, a legacy project for the Greenville area as a thanks for hosting our annual summit. That summit, as Stephen noted, brings together people from across the state. to talk about issues of road safety and street safety for pedestrians and cyclists and other vulnerable road users. And so when the AARP Community Challenge Grant became available, our director had the vision that he wanted to access or apply for resources that could leave a permanent legacy with the local community that is so graciously hosting this summit. So I've left some materials on your in front of you. You also should have received them in the packet. Thanks to Mr. Harvey for his help. We were so happy to know that Mayor Hines and we understand his staff support this ask. But we are very excited to talk about the possibility of dedicating the unstriped portion of the Hillcrest Park parking lot. So that section at the end and dedicating that as a permanently painted traffic garden that can be used as an educational resource for not only Winterville, but for the larger Greenville area. Now, many of us grew up on our bikes, right? We all grew up on our bikes, but I think if we all look back and thought about what we actually were taught, we learned how to pedal. But beyond that, we didn't really learn a lot about how to safely navigate the bike and safely be a safe cyclist in a much broader traffic context, right? So traffic gardens all over the country are proliferating as a resource and a recreational and educational resource that are being established in parks all over the country to help kids and their adults. Big important point there, right? Like help all of us learn how to create safer streets for cyclists and pedestrians and other vulnerable road users. And again, we really appreciate Mayor Hines and his staff's thought leadership in saying, yeah, we want this. And so we are here tonight requesting council's approval to move forward in a design and painting of that traffic garden space. So I've provided some resources. Again, you received several bit of information in your packet, but I just wanted to also, pictures are worth 1,000 words, right? And you all, we gave you broader pictures of examples of traffic gardens from all over the country. As Ellen noted, this is going to be among the first of its kind in our state. But this is the traffic garden model and concept is not new and is again proliferating across the country. So I'm going to try. Let's see. Technology is never my friend. So here we go. But like we've said, a traffic garden enables bicyclists and pedestrians to learn traffic navigation and safety practices in a protected environment. And you can see one of our youngest examples here. Traffic gardens can also provide a dedicated and educational space to teach people how to prevent common crashes with pedestrians. We're really and cyclists, excuse me. And we're really hoping that this space can be used for educational opportunities that combine perhaps children and grandparents, children and parents coming together to talk about how do we keep roads safer for all users. Traffic gardens can either be temporary or permanent features in a park or a parking lot or other flat paved surface. Hillcrest Park, as you all well know, has that flat paved surface resource available to us. And the traffic gardens design is developed through professional design and a community engagement. So we have a professional traffic garden designer in discussion, pending approval from this council of having a space dedicated for this purpose. And we would then work with our local community members to help inform the design, the ultimate design that went on the pavement. Traffic garden size and scale can vary depending on the space and resources available. So different towns and different communities have different spaces that are available for this particular function. So it's important to know that the size can be customized to fit the space available. And that the example here in Alexandria, Virginia is one example. And then you can see kind of on the other end of the spectrum is Fort Collins example. So, but we wanted to make sure that folks had some visual images about what is possible, because we think, and based on conversations that have happened within this community already, the town of Winterville thinks that this unstriped space could be a perfect opportunity for this particular project. And again, we're requesting council's approval to move forward in designing and painting this particular space. We welcome any questions.
Council, have any questions?
The area that we're speaking of is the port when you first enter into Hillcrest?
No, sir. It's actually at the very end.
Over to the back.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And, what about parking?
It's your proposed area takes no parking spaces,
Correct.
right? So
Okay, what about car traffic?
it's at the very end, so
As
there
you can see
shouldn't
the-
be any
The diagram,
interaction.
Council, and right at the very end, so you have a little walking trail that goes it from nearby the playground.
Yes.
Where the parking is. At the very left of that is where the People Against Racism mural currently is. This would, again, not interfere with anything that's already existing. This
Okay.
enhance this empty space.
And it's at the very end, so there should be no interactions with vehicular traffic.
Okay, any other questions from the board?
Make a positive comment.
Of course.
Last year, giving away out of them.
It's fantastic.
Okay, what's the pleasure of the board? Got a motion to approve, second, Councilman Moy. All those in favor, let it know by saying aye.
Aye.
Okay, thanks, that's exciting.
It's very exciting. Thank you all.
We look forward to working with you.